Queen Charge Lalo is insane at Town Hall 16, but it's also not easy, and that's why today we're going to study some replays from Teemper, who's one of the best pros in the world with the army, and hopefully by the end of this video, you can take your Queen Charge Lalo game to the next level. What better place to start our Queen Charge Lalo guide than with an attack on the #1 ranked account in the world. Yes, this is Stars, but also on his highest account. This account's at the top of Legends League, and Teemper took it down, and you'll see why in a minute. But let's talk about ring bases with Queen Charge Lalo. When it comes to your siege machine, you have two choices, either the Flame Flinger or the Blimp. So let's have a look at the Flame Flinger first on this base, because it is the stronger siege machine. What Flame Flinger value is there? Now, generally, if you're going to Flame Flinger, what you'll do is you'll Flame Flinger on one corner, Queen Charge through the middle, and use the Barb King on the other side to send the Queen straight through. Because with the Queen Charge, you'd much rather come in on a side of a base like this, than rather on a corner of the base like the top side. But have a look at this base. What corner would you put the Flame Flinger on? If you put the Flame Flinger to go up here, that Monolith and these Expos here will get the Flame Flinger down really quickly. You'd get the Eagle, but really not a whole lot more. Alternatively, you can Flame Flinger down this side, but have a look at this. All there is a Wizard Tower and Arch Tower. There is no DPS on that side of the base at all, which makes it not a great place to not only Flame Flinger, but also Queen Charge. Think of that for later. And then the other side is obviously this side here, and there's two ground bows there. Definitely not worth Flame Flingering. So we can already come to the agreement that Flame Flinger's not great on this base. So let's have a look at the Blimp, and there's only really one option with the Blimp on this base, and that's coming in on this side, because the Blimp, you not only want to clear a funnel of the base, but if possible, you want to pull the CC and get any high value defenses you can. So if we land the Blimp on the Monolith here, we get the CC pull, we probably get the Eagle, Monolith, and maybe even the Multi. And then once you've got that Blimp value, you want to use the funnel that's set. What do I mean by the funnel? Well, the Blimp will probably take out this area of the base. We want to use that to funnel and either start our Queen up here or up here. So let's say on the top side, and then we want to charge the Town Hall from there. That's something I didn't say at the start of this. You always need to charge the Town Hall when you're doing Queen Charge Lalo on ring bases. So let's see what Teemper does here, and yep, he's going to do exactly what I talked about. Blimp coming over here, a little bit risky if there's double Sams, but that's alright. We get the CC pull, we rage immediately. You want to rage your Yeti bombs more often than not to help those Yeti mites get the value, and look at that. That's insane. CC pull, Monolith, Eagle, Multi, and an awesome funnel. So we start the Queen on the top side. Even better about this, we can deal with the CC for free. Now, we talked about how we're going to get the Queen to the Town Hall, because we're going to wall break in here and hope the Queen goes in like that. But you can't just hope. And this is where, actually, we wall break a little bit higher, sorry. Sorry, I'm not the greatest drawer. That wasn't my best cross. But this is where the Barb King comes into effect. You need to use the Barb King to force your Queen into the Town Hall. You've used your Siege Machine, so your Barb King's really your only funnel tool left. We deal with the King, so we get the Headhunter down nice and early, and we're also getting our own King down nice and early here. Notice we get a second layer wall break in for the King, because we don't just need to funnel the outside of the base, we need to go a bit deeper with the funnel. So the King ability goes off here, and have a look at this funnel the King is setting. So the Queen goes up. We're always putting down Cocoa Balloons. You see these two balloons here? They're to pull Seeking Air Mines to protect your healers. We can't afford to lose too many of them, because look at the core of this base. So much DPS. We need all of our healers. Now have a look at this. The Queen goes straight in, and that's all because of the insane funnel that was set from the Blimp and from the King. Queen is chilling at this point because of the damage that was taken down with the Blimp. Now, when it comes to this, you can Lalo any which way you want, but have a look at this sweeper. The sweeper's facing the bottom side, so we really don't want to Lalo into the sweeper if we can help it. Some of the time you'll have to, but in this case, we could pick either side, and we're obviously going to pick the side where there isn't the sweeper. We freeze that multi-arch tower and the expo, because we want to hang on to that Queen ability as long as possible. Why is that? Because when the Queen steps on the Town Hall poison, she's not very effective, and even if you have all the rages and freezes on her, she will not last very long. So you'd much rather save your Queen ability for when she's stuck in a bad spot. Lalo's coming across here. Now, the Lalo portion of a Queen Charge Lalo isn't meant to overkill the base. It's just not. You need the Queen and your Queen and your RC to take over on the back end. Now, unfortunately, the 2 Ricochet cannons destroyed our RC super quickly, but we've kept our Queen alive. She still has her ability, and with the Warden and the minions, we are going to slowly but surely take down the back end of the base. This isn't an overkill. Keep in mind, this is a maxed out base, and Teemper had to hit this in Legends League with a 30-second plan, but it was a beautiful plan, and the exact way you should analyze ring bases. Look for the Siege Machine or the Flame Flinger, pick the right one, and do your plan from there. Another ring base here, and have a look at the core of this base. We'll zoom in a little. Have a look at this core. There is so much DPS here. Now, don't get me wrong, the Flame Flinger is really strong on ring bases, but it's best on bases where there's not every single major defense in the core, because no matter how good a Flame Flinger is, it won't get to many of these defenses, so it's not going to help you Queen Charge the Town Hall a lot. Flame Flinger is really good at taking down defenses towards the outside of the base, but less so the core, so Teemper here is going to come in with a blimp, but it's not what you think it is. So let's zoom out here. Where is the most convenient spot to pull the CC, but also get some value? I don't think you would have said this. Now let's consider why he landed the blimp here. Actually, we'll keep this going whilst it's happening. Why would he land the blimp here? Well, one, yes, in a perfect world, he'd land the blimp right on this pink dot here, but there's so much room for seeking air mines that you cannot reliably get the blimp in there. So what has Teemper done? He's gone for a really safe blimp. He's still gotten rid of the multi-inferno here. That would have been a pain on the flank, and he's pulled the entire CC. Now, yes, that's not removing any defenses inside the core of the base, but it is getting rid of this Ice Golem CC that would have been horrific to deal with whilst there's multiple point defenses on your Queen. But don't worry. Don't worry, Teemper's got an idea here to help out the Queen Charge, because even with that Yeti Bomb, I don't think it's possible to Queen Charge that core of the base. There is too much damage. So what's he going to do to help out? Guess we'll see in a second. Queen coming around, we get that second layer wall break, so the wall break's coming across now, and we have not opened up this bottom compartment, which means the king only has one place to go here. He's going to go into the core of the base, and this is where the giant gauntlet ability is so good on ring bases. King's coming in here. We aren't going to be taking advantage of the glitch with the gauntlet because there is no warden in the area, but that's okay. The King's done exactly what we've asked him to. He's tanked for the Queen, particularly whilst he's in Phoenix mode. He's tanked so much for the Queen. I mean, look at the Queen's health disintegrate when the King's not there to tank for her. So imagine if that was the entire charge without him. That is why you bring the King there. Really smart of Teemper. The gauntlet ability destroys the core of bases. And now we got the Lalo coming across, we got the Royal Champion coming in, and we've got a perfect L line of defenses. The Queen has gone down. Unfortunately, we had so many spells for her, but there is no amount of spells that would have been enough to keep her up against that onslaught of defenses. Haste coming in to get rid of the air defense on the right-hand side. And this is all about the Royal Champion at this point. You'll see the Loons are dying out, but the RC is still full health. She's still got her ability as well. Now, I don't know why Teemper has the Diggy on the Warden. I'm guessing because he's always bring the Royal Champion with the Lalo. The Diggy kind of makes sense. So, yeah, I'm actually all for that. But yeah, definitely I was expecting the Owl, but good to know that the Diggy with the Lalo works as well. Makes sense if you're bringing the Royal Champion anyway. It's essentially 2 pets for the Royal Champion. Whew, lucky her, but really nice attack there. Let's get into the final ring base. This is a different style of ring base. Notice how the high value targets are in a much bigger area around the base. They're much more spread out. And this is why this is the first attack you'll see Teemper coming in with the Flame Flinger. So let's see where he decides to come from the Queen Charge. Essentially, I'll pause it here. So his plan is to charge right in here because he likes this little, you see the gap in the wall that's right here. He likes it to send the Queen into, and then we'll use the King on the bottom side to funnel and the Flame Flinger on the top side. But really, when it comes down to ring base, it's all about where you want to come from. For instance, if he wanted, he could charge in like this, but keep in mind, if you charge him from that angle, you might be dealing with more damage at a time, whereas coming from this way, he's going to deal with less damage at a time, which is obviously a good thing. But both charges work. It's honestly about A, where you think the king can set up the queen the most value, and also the flame flinger. So the flame flinger's on the top side here. It's not meant to get insane value. It's just meant to set a good funnel for the queen, because have a look at that air defense. That air defense doesn't go down. That is a problem for not only our funnel, but also our healers. We've got the king on the bottom side, and he's going to set a beautiful funnel for our queen here. And somehow we have not used a rage spell yet, and our queen is about to step into the core of the base. That is perfect Queen Charge Lalo play. King deals with the enemy RC. Gonna go around and pull a skeleton trap as well. Unfortunately, his Phoenix ability is wasted here because he's chasing skeletons across the base. Oh well, that's part of it. Multi-Mortar is wrecking our Flame Flinger, but I don't think he's too worried about that. Obviously, it's not a good thing because he was probably hoping to get rid of this multi-Archer Tower, but still gets rid of a few defenses. But I just wanted to show you this to prove that you don't need to get the world with your Flame Flinger. You just need to funnel your Queen Charge in. Remember, this whole Queen Charge is all about getting the Town Hall down. So it doesn't matter what your king or your flame flinger get, as long as your queen gets to that town hall and she can do a little bit afterwards, you will get the 3-star. Lalo's coming in from the bottom side. I think that one is pretty self-explanatory. It was just the nicest spot to start the Lalo, and it's going to help out the queen as she goes through the core of the base, and then we're all going to deal with the back end together. RC unfortunately has taken a pummeling. Not much you can do about that. Warden ability comes in to negate all those red bombs. Look at them. There's still more of them coming out. And yeah, this base is in a bunch of trouble. Our RC ability will go off. Notice got the Diggy on the RC on this account. Because the Fox will be upgrading. Obviously, Town Hall 16's only recently dropped. Not everyone has maxed out Fox on every account. So don't think too much of that. The Fox is definitely the best pet with the RC. It's just whether you've got it maxed out yet or not. And look at that. Swag Freeze, Swag Rage as well. This base got crushed. And so now you've seen 3 ring bases. Hopefully you have a better idea of how to take it out, when you should use the blimp and when you should use the flinger. Let's jump onto the other base styles. Only got one replay of boxes for this. Obviously, we don't want to go 30 minutes long, but also because boxes are a bit more simple than ring bases. Essentially, if you can charge the town hall, do it. 9 times out of 10, it will be worth doing. Really, the only ones that aren't worth doing is if it's far too easy to charge the town hall such that there's no value nearby, or if it's far too difficult to charge the town hall and your queen's going to die before doing it. But having a look at this is a pretty standard box space here. When you see a dead zone like this, you can't wall break any of that, so don't even bother charging through it. You need to figure out a way for your queen to either go through like this, or obviously through like that on the other side. So let's see what Teemper's going to think about this base. Now, he has just deployed the Flame Flinger at 12 o'clock, and then he's going to use the balloons on the bottom side here with the Sneaky Gobs to set a funnel. So I really like where he started his queen. In terms of the Flame Flinger versus other siege machines on this, blimps can work if you're going to do a queen charge. They are better when you're charging the back end of the base though. For instance, if I was blimping this base, I would try and blimp the Eagle, get the CC pull, single Inferno, and then charge maybe like this. So blimps are better for back end charges. And then when you're doing a queen charge for the town hall, it's honestly up to you. You can either bring the flinger if there's flinger value anywhere. And then if you're bringing the siege machine with the Lalo, I'd say bring the stone slammer or the drill, but honestly that's up to you. But yeah, you're gonna notice he's not getting insane value with the flinger on this hit, but it's enough to be worth it. Sneaky Gobs to deal with this storage, and now we've got a beautiful funnel on one side. But how are we going to funnel the other side? Well, yet again, this is where the Barbarian King comes into action. Perfect Sneaky Gob there. Uses a hog. That's why the hog's in this army comp, by the way, to go looking for ground skellies or Teslas or giant bombs on the outside of the base. Everyone is trying to stop the flinger because it's still probably the strongest or second strongest siege machine in the game. King's coming in here. The King's not only here to set a funnel for the queen, but also take some damage off the queen as well. Unfortunately, Seeking Airmine gets our queen. Not really a whole lot we can do about that, and now we're dealing with the CC. Same as on the ring bases, we really don't want to use our queen ability until we've already dealt with the town hall. King's ability coming in here, and he's going to do so much work. Even better, he's tanking the mortar and he's going to take down this ground bow, which means our Flame Flinger is going to get even more value. And he just gets down the Expo there. Queen's in the core. Her ability will have to go off any second now. He does it nice and safely. And here we come with the Lalo from the bottom. Now, why are we Laloing from the bottom? Well, we're not going to fight a sweeper, firstly. And secondly, we want to push our queen further into the base, but also take some damage off her. Her abilities pop, so she's in a vulnerable state. So if we can take some damage off her with the Lalo, means she's going to live the whole battle. And generally with Queen Charge Lalo, if your queen lives the whole battle, you will 3-star way more often than not. And look at this. There's not a lot of balloon troops left, but we've got our Yetis, we've got our queen, we've got our royal champion, and we've still got 3 swag spells. Really nice attack here from Teemper. I'm aware this was only for a queen charge on the town hall. If you want to see Teemper take down a box space with a queen charge opposite the town hall, then make sure you go watch our video about the giant gauntlet that will link above. I'm so sorry, Corne. He's one of my friends, one of the friends on the channel. He'll probably post a comment beneath this scathing me for revealing his base. Sorry, man, but you got tripled by Teemper, and we got to show it in this video. So we're going to finish off the video with a diamond base. Now, diamonds are the hardest one to teach for. In this attack, Teemper is going to queen charge the town hall because there's a lot of value by the town hall on this one, and because he thought it was possible. But really, when it comes to diamond bases, it's in your hands. You can charge them any which way you want. It's kind of similar to boxes, but boxes, it's definitely only a couple of different approaches. Whereas on this diamond, I could justify charging in here, like that. I could justify charging into the multi-comp and then into the core like that, although the monolith would definitely hurt. And I could justify charging the town hall. I mean, there's so many different charges, but we're going to talk about what he does outside of just the charge. So queen charging, going straight into the town hall. If you're going to do that, you have to be prepared for the trap. Now, I really like this Flame Flinger, because this Flame Flinger is not going to get insane value. That's not why it's there. It's just there to get any value that it can. Because, yes, you can bring the Stone Slammer or the Drill with the Lalo, and your Lalo might get a little bit more. But if you use the Flame Flinger, it will set an even better funnel for your Lalo and make your Lalo pathing a bit easier. So it's essentially investing in your future when it comes to the Flame Flinger. Obviously, if there's no value for it whatsoever and it's not possible, then don't. But if you can, definitely worth doing. Unfortunately, gonna have to deal with the CC here whilst the town hall is there. Beautiful balloon, by the way. Look, pulls the NATO before the queen gets there. Those NATOs are set up to pull your queen straight into the town hall bomb and poison. But Teemper saw through that there and got a little lucky, but did pull the tornado brilliantly. Look at how low this queen is. These multi-archer towers hit so hard, particularly when your unicorn goes down. Now we're going to use the king. When you're queen charging town hall like this, you always want to use your king to take some damage off the queen once she's burned through a couple of rages, and in particular the CC. You don't want the king to fight the CC, but have a look at this. So the Flame Flinger has taken out that multi-inferno at the bottom. Now we have Yetis in it, and this is why, not only just for the Yeti bomb, but when they come out of the Flame Flinger, look at that, they deal with the defensive CC, the Royal Champion. But look, this Flame Flinger is now also going to get rid of the Poison Tower, and in a second, the Ricochet Tower too. The King's tanking beautifully, tanking that monolith. We couldn't really ask for a whole lot more, and this queen is slowly but surely going to go into the core of the base. And I want you to have a look at how much time is left in this attack. There is less time than there is buildings. But that's because when you set a beautiful funnel with your queen charge and with the Flame Flinger, you can overrun the base with the Lalo. So Lalo coming in here, we make sure to spread out our balloons. We want to target as many defenses as possible. And look at this, he makes sure to get the Hound and the Warden ability, because look at this Hound now. It's tanking this scatter shot, which means that scatter shot is not going to be shooting at our balloons, even when they come out of the Warden ability. Look at this here. The Hound is still tanked for, and that's why in any Lalo, not just Queen Charge Lalo, but Sui Lalo, Zap Lalo, Blizzard Lalo, you name it, try and get a Hound in the Warden ability, because it makes the attack go so much more smoothly. Amazing attack here from Teemper, and that brings us to the end of our guide. Let us know down in the comments below, Did we address all your questions you have with Queen Charge Lalo? Is there anything else we can answer? If so, ask a question and I'll get down to it in the comments below and try and give you the best possible answer. But if you want to see more of Teemper, we did link it earlier in the video, but we'll link it again on the left here. The giant gauntlet glitch that Teemper and Yo-Yo are abusing, at Town Hall 16.